Hello, welcome to another video on a Scouring demo. Today's game is going to be a 4 versus 4 game, and on my team it's going to be me, the Perfect Gamer, my allies, Chinese player, Arthas, and I'm one of Assess. And the enemy team, all the players are Chinese players, and I don't know how to read Chinese, so if you know how to read, you can translate this in the comments if you want to. Alright, and I spawn here on the left as a teal orc player. Now I was thinking of doing a quick muncher rush, but with like a few defensive units. And then black player is Arthas. He's probably going to be making some archers. And this is a Chinese player. I'm not really sure what he's going to be doing. And then the yellow player is Almanov. And he's doing a quick build, I guess. Because he's being rushed by this orange Chinese player. And I guess he researched the bow ability. So now the orange player has to run away. And also lose all of his workers here. This is when I finally noticed that this was happening, so that's why. It's pretty funny. But anyways, orange player, Chinese player, playing as orcs. Then next to him, the blue player is a Chinese player. And then there's a white human Chinese player. And then the final red orc player. And this is pretty much the build where I just try to get 5 warriors to maybe get some levels on them and just defend my base in general. But they can also be used to capture the outposts when you get enough levels to do them easily enough. And also pretty much, I guess, instead of trying to just make munchers, you'll have maybe a muncher right about when the nighttime starts, but this way you can have some warriors that can go kill some wolves or some trolls to get some extra gold that you can use to maybe make a few more munchers. They also, in the meantime, the orange player's town hall is being destroyed. But he was able to run away to his allies' base and to just try to rebuild here. And then in the meantime, of course, I get rushed by the red Chinese player. Because I was too busy trying to kill some wolves. And he just walked in here. Because he can just go around this swamp here instead of going through this troll or these bandits, so that was pretty annoying. But I was able to somewhat save my bastion. And that's what matters most. And I was able to microwave 2 warriors. So now I have some units that can actually defend me instead of losing these warriors. And so I pretty much lost a good amount of workers, which means I'm gonna be delayed in my timing for actually having some munchers. Because I already would be producing some by now, maybe. But I have to invest into a new barracks again. And then into a few more workers. And I guess the black player wasn't really paying attention, so he lost a few units here. And I guess the blue player is the only player that's actually expanding. Everyone else is trying to maybe get some tech or level up their 10 halls to maybe get better units or better upgrades. And then only now, at around 6.5 minutes, I only start making munchers. And I think the night ends in about 30 seconds or a minute, so that's how far I was delayed. And if I didn't lose my barracks in all this time, then I would maybe have like 6 munchers by now. But I guess it doesn't always work out to not be attacked. But of course, especially because I'm more in the front here. If I was a purple player, then that'll be more possible to not get rushed and to be able to have your munchers out on proper time or timing. So I can get some gold, even though it's in daytime. And here I was trying to ask the bike player if he wants this base right here, but he never really communicated, so I didn't really know. And so I guess all the players enjoy having all the archers. So red has all the archers, and then white has all the archers. And so does blue. But I guess he has a good amount of swordsmen as well. And orange has a lot of archers. But I guess yellow has some archers, but mostly warriors here. And the purple player has a few swordsmen. And I guess that's it. And that's many units. Then the black player has a lot of cannons, a huge group of archers, and a good amount of swordsmen. And here I wasn't sure if he wanted to attack red, so I just put my units here to maybe help him defend his position. But like I said before, there's this widow path that units can take, so this can kind of turn into a freeway, I guess, road, because you can go through here, you can go around these trees, or even around this long path here. So it's kind of annoying to defend this position in this new update, because before you could only go through the middle here. It was more defensible, both this base, and then when someone had to attack, they don't have to go around these trees here. So I guess I didn't really expect an attack through here. Now it was 3 munchers. I tried to go back here, but it's a little too late. Then in the meantime, we were trying to take the middle, but overall we're not going to be successful with that. And I saw that there's just too many red archers here, so I decided to just rush the blue player's archers and try and kill him. And he, I guess, didn't want to fight back, so he just lost his whole archer army. And I knew that red's whole army was in my base. Destroyed all the stuff. I guess he was too busy microing and trying to kill my workers. They kind of stopped producing units. So, and also didn't really micro his workers away, which allowed me to kill his base pretty much without resistance. And here we see that yellow went away from the middle. We kind of lost this. But he came here to help me destroy this base a little faster, which did help quite a bit. And so here, red was microing. But in the end, most of his units died here. Even after he killed a good amount of archers and a few peasants. But it would have been better if he would micro stuff in his base and maybe save himself, but I guess he thought this was more important. And then in the meantime, I tried to rebuild here. Even though I could have rebuilt on top here, but I just remembered that the orange player died here. And so the enemies are going to have to take a long time to even get to my base here. And they might even just attack the yellow player first instead of this base. And then in the meantime, we just tried to keep pushing here to maybe kill the red player. But then my munchers begin to starve, which is a little unfortunate. So now I decide to just run away and to maybe try to snipe this red town hall. And then I guess red didn't really pay attention. And he didn't start building another building. So his final building went down and he got eliminated. Even though we can see here, he had 6,000 gold and 900 wood, so he'll definitely be able to make a lot of town halls for other buildings. So I guess he just didn't pay attention. And then in the meantime, the black player is just gonna hold down this position and then get this outpost. Which is gonna be very helpful at giving us vision and pretty much information about the enemy being here or trying to expand here. So now I finally get some food. So my munchers don't starve and they can actually regenerate health. Which would help me defend my own base. But I had no units here, so I was being harassed by these skeletons here. So then I tried to send my munchers to try and defend this. But the black bar was actually able to help me defend this base out a bit. Oh, and I guess the white player came in here and killed the rest of these yellow warriors. But he did lose a few cavaliers, so it wasn't for free. And here I was thinking of maybe making another base or deciding to upgrade my town hall so I could actually get to the tier 3 town hall to maybe get some rage, which is why I decided to upgrade first and then maybe get some wood to make a new town hall. But I guess in the end it would have been better to make a town hall faster, so I could actually use this gold to maybe pump out a whole lot of more workers than by just delaying my worker production and just getting this town hall to tier 2. Because I'm not going to be using this tier 2 right away, because I can still produce munchers. Because my muncher cave wasn't destroyed. So I guess that's why it's a good thing to rewatch a replay to know where you could have done better. I guess he'll maybe try to scare away these workers. Or maybe just kill some goblins here. But he's losing a lot of munchers here, so that was interesting. And here the white player attacks. Goes out of black's archers. And I decide to fight here, because if he runs past here, then my base is just gonna die. But also Yellow was able to come here and help us out. And he already had the rage ability, which helped in pushing away the white player. And then in the meantime, I saw that the blue player was making a base here for the Cavaliers, which is why I wanted to go here to try and maybe attack him. Because by destroying this town hall, it would delay him from getting any more gold, which would be helpful for us. But in the meantime, the yellow player was too focused on controlling his units here that in his main base, two goblins are going to be just murdering all his workers here. And it's going to be too late before he's going to notice them. And his whole base is going to die. But he had archers in his base. But I guess he just microed and told his archers to go out of his base and try to go here. But I guess also he had archers here that he could have used, but I guess he didn't really pay attention to his bases. He was just too focused on fighting here. Here I thought we could have maybe attacked the white player, because I think black has cannons, so should be able to kill these archers up here, but I guess that didn't really work out. And I lost 5 munchers here for pretty much nothing, or like maybe 2 workers, which totally wasn't worth it. And then also in the meantime, the orange player attacked the yellow player here, killed this whole base full of workers, and then just killing the yellow player's munchers here. Because when they're raged, they're just going to be destroying the yellow player. And here I tried to walk in again. I think I killed a few swordsmen. But I think I did lose a few more munchers. And then in the end, the white player was able to hold down this position. And we kind of just lost a whole lot of units here. But I guess black player was very effective at holding them here and preventing them from getting this base. So in the meantime, the purple player only has a few units, and he only has 1 barracks. So I think he might be trying to make more production. But of course, here the orange player just kept attacking. And even the neutral goblins here, they leveled up by killing all of his workers here, are doing a lot of damage to his units. And here we see his whole base is pretty much empty. Which is when he types help. Because now the skeletons are going to be coming to eat his whole base now. And here I didn't really have much units. But I guess I decided to send some workers to try and help out. Because I had bow ability researched. So I would be able to somewhat help kill the skeletons. But here in my main base, I'm somewhat struggling to defend this position. And also I forgot there were 2 farms here that I could have used to not allow these skeletons to spawn, because I would have vision here, but I guess there's just all that stuff to focus on, so I couldn't really focus on everything. But pretty much I was able to save the yellow's base here. And so now he can start to maybe remake all his economy or his workers.
Our town is under attack.
Oh, and I guess here I sent a worker to try and get a potion stash or crate to try and maybe get some potions before trying to attack the white player again, because black had a lot of cannons and I already had rage, so we attacked, we maybe had a chance at killing the white player. But the white player also has a lot of cannons, so he can also fire back with the artillery ability, so now it's somewhat of a even fight. Because there's a lot of cavaliers and cannons, and we have a lot of launchers and archers here. And I guess black wasn't paying attention, lost a lot of workers here, and almost lost his base. Now I was finally able to defend my base here with 2 munchers. I started to make some production. And I guess right now the white player tried to move some swordsmen in here to try and push us back. As we can see, white player was able to kill the cannons of the black player. And then I tried to fight white player, my raged munchers. And I was able to kill a lot of cannons here. And pretty much most of white's cavaliers. But I did lose about 3 or 4 very high leveled munchers. So somewhat even trade here. And in the meantime, the yellow player was being murdered here. I guess he didn't really make any cannons. If he had some cannons now, then they would be pretty helpful in defending. Here's the new update. Pretty much allows your cannons to do no friendly fire when they're on top of your buildings, which is very helpful and useful when defending now compared to the previous versions. Oh, I had a cannon here, but I guess he didn't really use it. And here I tried to send my munchers to the right part of the map. But 3 munchers were also high level. Decided to die here by just running through the middle. And I kinda didn't even notice that I lost them when I was playing. And here, the yellow player pretty much has only like a few workers left. And like a few munchers. You know, and now I was able to come here and try and save his base. But it was a little too late, and this base went down. But I was able to beat up the horses with orange and the blue player. Then, while I was fighting here, in the meantime, the black player, I guess, was fighting the white player. They kind of lost a lot of cannons here, I think. And white lost maybe a few. But I guess white player loses a few cavaliers. It's pretty nice. Because cannons, I think, can blast through armor. Which means your high level units will just melt when being fired on by other cannons. And here I was able to beat up the orange player, even though he had more munchers. My munchers just had more levels on them. And I just saw that blue was mining here, because I think this outpost gave me vision on some peasants here. They were walking around here, so that gave it away. And so I ran here to try and build his base and pretty much push him out of this position. And of course right here we also were able to see if the enemy was expanding here. And I guess my base was running out of gold. I just transferred all of my workers to this base, or maybe a new future base. But looking back, I should have probably used these workers to maybe make a few farms here, so I would get some vision, so I wouldn't be getting munched away by the skeletons at nighttime. Because my workers chopped a lot of trees here, but I kind of forgot about this base. I didn't really pay attention to it later on. I guess I was too focused on maybe defending my bases on my right position of the map. And I still have only 2 barracks, which was very not effective, I guess. I should have used my attention a bit better to maybe make a few more barracks. And also, I guess my teammates didn't really make any cavaliers here, or a black player. And then a purple player, I don't even know what he's doing. Let's make out the barracks. It doesn't have that many units. Oh, and I guess in the meantime, the orange player built a base here. But I found out, because of this outpost, and I was able to just rush his punchers and try and beat him up. And this way, by just bullying the orange and blue player, I was able to get some gold, and then also deny them from mining this gold here. And I was talking about my teammates not really using the potential of their armies. I guess yellow only made munchers, pretty much. and didn't really make much cannons or other units to support. So it's pretty much just up to me to do the heavy lifting, to make my own cannons, to try and assault the enemy. Because of White Player didn't have any cavaliers, so his forces would die pretty easily to all the cavaliers and cannons that White had. And I guess Purple also stopped making cavaliers. They're just focusing on making all the archers. From here, I knew that this base was up here for a while, but only now I was able to somewhat attack it, because now I had some cannons. But by the time I get here, it was pretty much already mined out, so I was a bit too late. And I guess I didn't pay attention here a little bit. My munchers ran away to die in the middle here. But I guess I did get some gold trying by breaking these buildings here.
Our town is under attack.
Finally, I made some archers to try and defend my base. So it should somewhat be safe, but they're just all the skeletons that were spawning. And I wasn't really sure why, because there wasn't really that many bodies here or dead units, so we are going to be chipping away at my base. And as I mentioned here before, the skeletons attacked here. And I guess I just left some archers here to defend. And I also kind of forgot that these archers exist. So they might be here for most of the game.
Work complete.
And I guess only now I started to make a few more barracks.
Work complete.
But I just decided not to use this barracks because it was kind of far. So I was just going to use these 3 barracks to produce units here. And here, orange fights back again. Annoying the yellow player. And even though they're running away right now, I was able to move my cannons into position to blast them away. So we were able to kill all the munchers of orange here that were running around. And I guess orange kind of ran out of gold. He just has some gold left. So he's going to be pretty much defensive. But now I have cannons, so I was trying to maybe assault this bridge here.
Our ally needs our help.
But in the meantime, the white player was fighting the black and the purple players all by himself. He was just able to bombard them away. Yeah, and here I pretty much saw that white was advancing here, and that eventually he would basically overwhelm my allies here. They would lose. And then he would maybe go into my base here and it would die. So I decided to send a group of munchers to try and help out my allies there. Then in the meantime, I tried to assault this base across the bridge by just bombarding. But I wasn't paying attention as much right here, because in the meantime I was trying to enrage all my munchers here to try and fight the white bear and try and kill his army here. I did lose all the munchers to just cannons here. It was a little annoying. But eventually we're able to kill this hull in an army. And pretty much push back the white player. So that he's gonna have to rebuild before attacking again. So this helped out a lot. Even though I wasn't really able to help the yellow player here, because I was a bit busy. Is what I type here to help out the left side. And pretty much the white player doesn't have any more mining bases. So pretty much all the gold he has is all he's gonna have left. Or maybe some extra gold by killing some units or skeletons. And I guess the black bear tried to attack him here or annoy him.
Our forces are under attack.
And pretty much purple has no more gold or no more mining. And then the black bear doesn't have any more mining.
Our allies are under attack.
There's only some gold here. Then I decided to take this base, even though I had all the gold anyways, so I technically didn't really need all that gold, but I guess I thought I could use it more effectively. Even though you see up here I had all the gold, I was really producing as much. Should have probably made a few more barracks here to defend my base from skeletons a bit better, and so that I could have produced my armies a bit faster. But I only add one more barracks. That's only gonna help out a little bit. I should probably have made more. And here I was pretty much ready to attack again on the right side. But potions for all my units. I guess most of them.
Our gold deposit is depleted.
And I guess here at my main base again. Try to make a guard tower. Try and put these double archers here, so I wouldn't be rushed from the top part of my base here. But I think skeletons can still spawn here. Yep. So, but there's all the units here that I just left, so my base is not gonna die. But I kind of forgot about this base for the rest of the game from now, or from this point onward. Anyways, we were attacking here. I bombarded all the workers that were on top. And I began bombarding this space. A lot of archers. And I guess they weren't really resisting much. So I was able to just destroy them here. And here some blue cavaliers came here. So I tried to save my own warriors. Now it's basically just slowly fighting on. And in the meantime, the white player was bombarding my allies here, pretty much. And I guess he was a bit more effective at using the artillery on his cannons compared to the black player. So he was able to just crush both armies of purple and black. So this position might be just getting destroyed now. And yeah, I was not good at defending my own base. Even though I had our resources. So I could have made a whole lot of archers and a whole lot of high ground buildings to defend us better. But I guess I wasn't really paying attention. Because I thought the game was over, but I guess there's still a whole lot of fighting left to do. And then I think here the blue player and the purple player crashed or left the game. I wasn't really sure, but the blue player pretty much had mostly nothing left. And then the purple player, I guess, had some resources like blue. But I guess not really effective at using the resources. Anyways. And then here, because we are destroying the bottom of the white player's base, he decided to run home to try and save himself. Which is why the black player was able to survive. Because if the white player attacked here, then pretty sure the black player would die. So sometimes tanking the enemy is gonna allow you to save your teammates on the other side of a map.
We are starving. Our ally needs our help.
I guess we had maybe a few potions.
Work complete.
I guess me and Yo had the same idea to try and make a potion crate here. So you'll be able to buy some potions a bit closer to the white pirate's base. So we wouldn't have to run back. Try and get them at our main base here. I guess the black bear wasn't paying attention here for a little bit. And so now he lost all his cannons. He's probably going to be losing a lot of these archers as well. but if he was close to his own cannons, I think he would have been able to kill a few more cavaliers than he did. And I think I saw that there was other cavaliers here, so it was a great opportunity to try and rush these cannons and try and kill them, so that the white player wouldn't be able to bombard my few cannons here. Now able to just bombard them without much fighting back from him. So we did kill all these cannons, but I did lose most of my velvet up munchers. That's all the survivors here. These are the reinforcement munchers that I just rallied here, I think. Or maybe not. And here I put some archers here to try and hold this position from these annoying goblins. I even put some here, but they can just run through here and just run away, which was very annoying, because I thought they would be just focused on attacking this outpost and they would just die here, but it didn't really work that way. They all decided to go here. I'm not sure why, because there's just too many archers and cannons, so it'd be easier and better to just bombard them here. But I guess this is just what I was talking about. White can snipe my cannons. I think he already did. Which is why I wanted to sacrifice a few munchers to kill his cannons. And I knew that the white player wasn't mining, so I knew that he would run out of units and gold eventually. He decided to fight here. And I guess kind of traded evenly here. But now that he's beating us in here, we're losing a whole lot more munchers than he is losing cavaliers here, because of these archers and cannons just firing back at our units. And I guess I didn't really care to lose my munchers here. I was just trying to maybe kill all his units, so that my next attack would be more effective. Because I can always remake a new army, because I just have so much gold. Like 20,000 gold. And pretty much I ran out of gold that I can mine, but still have a lot that I can use to make a lot more munchers. Oh, I guess that's why. Because I moved my archer group here to try and defend myself from the skeletons. and my workers weren't really useful anymore. I could use them to defend here as well. But I didn't leave any archers here, so that's why these goblins are going to be annoying us here. Because they're just going to get a lot of XP from these dumb warriors. They're going to be walking up and down here forever until these archers become level 3 archers. But in the meantime, we're able to destroy this main base because I just bombarded it. And also the yellow player just clicked it and just punched it away. And so slowly, over time, we're able to finish up the white player. And I guess once again, I wasn't paying attention. And also I didn't have any archers here, because I put them here, so we pretty much didn't really defend much. So my farm workers died here. You know, my farm workers over here, everywhere, are dying. It's not really helpful in finishing up the game, because now my munchers are going to be starving. Which is why we were delayed a little bit. So I had to be a little bit busy in trying to remake the workers again. So that was a little dumb. I didn't pay attention and just lost most of my food workers. But I guess this base, as I mentioned before, is just alive, but I just forgot about it.
Send them for food. We're under attack.
And I guess I finally got some food.
We are starving.
But here we see a lot of goblin archers that are just being super annoying. You can see they just ran past here to try and annoy the yellow player here.
We are starving. Our ally needs our help.
I should have probably used these archers here in my main base to just let this base die and just move them here so they can defend a whole lot more farms here. But eventually we were able to clean up these goblins. And then yellow, I think, typed here, what kind of tiger is this Chinese player? I guess he's just not giving up. Just fighting to the last, like a fierce tiger. But here, 3 of us were able to just attack here with black's swordsman. And then me and yellow with the munchers here. And this is pretty much the end of white player, but I guess he's not the one that likes to surrender. So we are gonna have to take this tower and kill these buildings. As people usually surrender when it's pretty much over. But I guess it's still fun to try and kill the rest of the enemy's buildings and then capture their towers. And then I guess in the meantime, the black player decided to mass produce archers instead of just making a town hall here, so he could get a better economy here with his peasants. And then finally, after all this fighting, I throw out a good game, which I guess was pretty good and pretty interesting. Many rushes and a lot of big battles. It's here, the white player gets eliminated. That's pretty much the end of the match. Here are the results. You can see we pretty much mined out a bit more because we kind of eliminated the red player pretty soon. And then the orange player, maybe had like one base the whole game because we were denying him from mining. So it's pretty much the white player that was doing a lot of heavy lifting for the enemy Chinese team. On our team, I kind of vacuum cleaned all the gold, but in the end we saw I had like 20,000 gold. I should have been probably using that a little better, but I guess maybe I'll learn later on. And here my allies had a lot of resources, made a lot of units, but they did kind of lose more than they killed. So, but I was able to kill more than I lost. I guess I was more efficient at using my resources. And even though we see here, me and white killed pretty much the same amount of units, but I made a whole lot less units than him. So, I was slightly more efficient. And here also, killed a whole lot of skeletons, because a lot of them spawned during the night, and I think more of them are spawning now than in the previous versions, so that makes the game sort of more interesting. Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos on the Scouring demo, you can subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.